Across the crumbling sectors of the once mighty Galactic Empire, whispers travel faster than ships. A mysterious conqueror known only as the Mule begins toppling planetary systems with terrifying ease. No one knows his origins, his face, or his purpose. He commands loyalty through unknown means, and every attempt to resist ends in surrender. The Foundation's leaders, so long reliant on the Seldon plan for guidance, are shaken. There's no mention of the Mule in Seldon's prophecies. Psychohistory was supposed to account for every possibility, but the Mule is something new, something outside the plan. On the pleasure planet Calgon, far from war and strategy, a modest wedding takes place. Toran, a citizen of the Foundation, marries Bayta, an intelligent and curious woman with strong ideals. Their celebration is interrupted when they encounter a strange, gaunt clown named Magnifico. His demeanor is exaggeratedly servile and fearful. He claims to have fled the Mule's service, describing him as a terrifying master with inhuman powers. While Toran is skeptical, Bayta takes pity on him. She convinces Toran to let Magnifico travel with them, unaware that their decision marks the beginning of their involvement in a galactic unraveling. Seeking distance from Calgon and the Mule's spreading influence, Bayta and Toran travel to Haven, a world with a history of rebellion and subtle resistance to centralized power. Along with Magnifico, they hope to find insights about the Mule's campaigns and motives. On the way, Bayta grows fond of Magnifico's odd behaviors and sorrowful flute-like music, though his dread of the Mule never leaves him. Toran remains watchful, noting the unsettling emotional weight Magnifico's music evokes. Though they suspect the Mule's advance may still be far, they are unknowingly heading straight toward his shadow. At Haven, Toran and Bayta meet Dukem Bar, a former noble and skeptic of the Seldon plan. He listens to Magnifico's story with studied interest. Bar explains that the Mule's victories defy conventional military logic. Entire fleets surrender without engagement. The Mule does not win battles. He ends them before they begin. Bar suggests something deeper than military strategy is at play. Bayta considers whether the Mule's influence is psychological or even biological. Magnifico's terror intensifies as he hears talk of rebellion. Meanwhile, Haven itself prepares for the possibility of invasion, despite lacking any clear strategy for resistance. News arrives at Haven that a key planetary system has surrendered to the Mule without a single shot fired. The Foundation government, once confident in its destiny under the Seldon plan, begins to fracture. Dukem Bar confirms that Foundation commanders are defecting en masse, abandoning their posts without resistance. He theorizes that the Mule possesses an unnatural ability to manipulate human emotions, overriding fear, loyalty, even reason. Toran cannot believe men could be turned so easily, but Bayta begins to see a pattern. Magnifico trembles at every mention of the Mule, reinforcing the notion that his power is unlike any other. While hiding in the hills outside Haven, Bayta notices that Magnifico's strange musical performances leave her and others emotionally shaken, more than mere melody should allow. His instrument weaves joy into sorrow and longing into despair. It sparks a thought. What if the Mule's power is not through ships or politics, but through something more intimate? What if he can reach into the human soul and twist emotion itself? Toran tries to dismiss the idea as fantasy, but Bayta sees in Magnifico's art a terrifying clue. Perhaps what they fear most is already with them. Deciding to seek deeper answers, Bayta, Toran, Bar, and Magnifico set a course for Trantor, the former capital of the Empire and home to the galaxy's greatest archive of knowledge. Though Trantor is a ruin, its vast libraries might contain data on the Mule's origins. They travel quietly, avoiding the Foundation's increasingly fragile defenses. On the journey, Bar recounts how political systems collapse not just from war, but from internal corrosion. If the Mule can instill loyalty directly into minds, then no strategy can resist him. Bayta begins to fear they may be too late to stop what is already in motion. Trantor, once the beating heart of the galaxy, now lies in ashes and archives. The quartet moves through miles of ancient bureaucratic ruins, guided by surviving scholars who have chosen knowledge over power. Bayta delves into records of genetic anomalies, psychic mutations, and forgotten human experiments. The Mule, she realizes, might be more than a military genius. He may be a mutant with a mind that can reshape others. Toran remains doubtful, but Dukem Bar agrees. Magnifico grows increasingly erratic in the city, as though Trantor itself weighs heavily on him. Something in his past, or his identity, is close to the surface. Trantor's archives offer little defense as word reaches the group. The Mule has taken Terminus. The Foundation has fallen. Centuries of preparation under Hari Seldon's plan have collapsed under the will of a single unknown man. Bayta is stunned. Toran lashes out, unwilling to believe their mighty civilization could vanish so quickly. Dukambar is quiet, resigned to what he always suspected. The plan never accounted for the unpredictable. Magnifico is inconsolable, his trembling worsened by every whispered mention of the Mule's rise. Bayta begins to believe the war is no longer against armies, but against fate itself. Realizing they are no longer safe, the group flees Trantor under cover of night. Bar arranges passage through old noble connections, but Mule loyalists are tightening their grip. The team makes for a remote system, hoping to reach the second Foundation, Seldon's secret failsafe. Magnifico continues to act afraid, yet Bayta watches him more closely than ever. His mood changes with alarming speed, and his music grows more disturbing. Toran believes the clown is breaking under pressure, but Bayta wonders if something else is surfacing, something not yet named. During a moment of quiet, as the ship glides through deep space, Dukambar confronts Bayta. He believes Magnifico is the Mule. The clown's terror, his ability to affect emotion, his knowledge of key events, it all fits. Bayta resists at first, unwilling to believe this frail creature is the force reshaping the galaxy. But the puzzle fits too perfectly. Cornered, Magnifico admits the truth. He is the Mule. He was born a mutant with the power to manipulate feelings. His conquest was not through strength, but through altering loyalty, fear, and love. He weeps, not out of guilt, but loneliness. Bayta stuns everyone by refusing to kill the Mule. She had uncovered his identity days ago, but waited. She wanted to understand him, not destroy him. The Mule is surprised, even vulnerable. He admits that power has not brought him peace, only isolation. He hoped that by controlling others, he would be accepted. But he sees now, from Bayta's rejection, that he can never have what he truly seeks. He lets them go, unopposed. Bayta, Toran, and Bar leave, knowing they've seen something history could never predict. A broken man powerful enough to conquer a galaxy, but unable to conquer himself.